guys, welcome back to Feast with me. I'm Stephanie Zubiri-Crespi and I'm all about bringing people back to the kitchen and back at home. Today's episode will be a little bit different from your usual segments, mainly because I know it's such a busy season. People have started school, work has been piling up, and I wanted to give you guys some really easy tips and a really great recipe that you only have to cook once and cook for the whole week. It's amazing. Everything that's versatile and easy to do so that you don't have to spend too much time in the kitchen throughout your busy work week. I'll be doing my special meatballs. I love them. They're Albondigas. It's a really versatile recipe because you make them once and you can freeze it in the freezer. So whether you have kids or you're really busy at work, you'll always have something to really quickly cook up for a 5-minute meal very, very fast, okay? And we'll be making it with a recipe that I super love. I call it Albondigas a la Rosa. It's a page from my cookbook, Feast with Me, published by Anvil, so do get a copy because it's all there. These are actually meatballs in Spanish tomato sauce, okay? And they're so good. It's so comforting. You could have it with some bread, or I like it with rice. I'm Pinoy like that. That's my ulam and some gulay. And it's something that you really can instantly whip up, okay? Let's get started. We do have some ground pork here. This is 250 grams. And as an extender, I like using whole wheat sliced bread. You can technically use whatever leftover bread that you have, but this kind of adds a slightly fluffier and chewy texture to your meatballs and kind of binds it together. We've got some carrots, of course, onions, and garlic. So in general, I use only 1 large carrot, but today I'll be using 1.5 because I like to feed them to my kids so they get that extra vegetables, okay? So I'm giving these just a really rough chop. All right, then we're gonna do an onion. Again, if you don't have a food processor, you could just chop everything really small. And some garlic. Peel. Even if your garlic is peeled, you might want to just slice off the hard top off the garlic. So now we're going to take a mixing bowl. We're going to add our 2 pieces of sliced bread. We're going to add a splash of milk and kind of just let the bread soak in the milk and mush it up. We're going to throw in our ground pork. All right. And before we mix everything together, let's chop up our vegetables. So we're gonna throw in our onions and all our carrots in there. Okay, our garlic. And I'm not gonna blend this. I'm not gonna make it like a paste. You're gonna wanna pulse this. So pulsing is the way that you can get the actual size you want. You can stop as big or as small as necessary. Basically, you don't want it too small because then you won't be able to eat it. But if you have kids that are really picky, then you can make it as small as you want, okay? Okay, so now this is where we get our hands really dirty. You just want to mix everything together. But this is a really great way to ensure that you actually do have some veggies in your diet. Alright, some ground black pepper, freshly ground black pepper. So we have some actual ground black pepper, and there's a reason why I'm doing both. They have the different flavors. So freshly ground black pepper has a different flavor profile from already ground black peppers. And some white pepper. Okay. At this point, if you want to add chili powder, turmeric, ginger, onion powder, garlic powder, go ahead. Sometimes I even add some chopped ginger or chopped lemongrass for a bit more Asian flavor. You could actually split the mixture into 2 and do an Asian version and a Western version. So that actually increases all the variety of the different kinds of things you could actually do with these meatballs. Perfect. Now we're gonna actually form the meatballs. get a little bit. Okay. Round it up. It's up to you how thick you want it and how big. I find about an inch diameter to an inch and a half is good. If you guys have kids, this is a great way to get your kids involved. They love rolling the meatballs in their hands. This is super easy for them to do. While I'm doing this, I wanted you guys to check out this video I made. It's one of my favorite recipes. It's salmon rillette, and it's perfect for breakfast pate if you're really hungry. It's a quick fix-me-up, and it's actually very, very healthy for you, full of protein, but full of flavor. Okay, this is something you whip up in the food processor in literally less than 10 minutes, and you can keep it for as long as a week or a week and a half in the refrigerator, and it's always there on standby, whether you have friends coming over or you're just hungry. Check this out. Enjoy that. Like, it's really one of my favorite recipes. It's super good. And the reason why I came up with it, well, first of all, it's nothing new. This is my own version of a salmon rillette that they have in France or anywhere. But I had a hard time looking for things that were full of protein to eat for breakfast that wasn't yogurt or eggs. And I actually like having a savory breakfast. I don't like a sweet breakfast. So this is actually, for all of those who are on a diet, keto or whatever, this is a great spread for your protein breads or protein crackers. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Okay, now that we're back, I was actually busy making our meatballs, and this is just one half of what we made. So there's actually 2 of these trays. So can you imagine how many people you can feed or how many meals you can have with just one recipe? And here's the trick, and this is what's so amazing. You're not gonna freeze them raw. We're actually going to cook all of them now in the pan, and then when they cool, you freeze them cooked, which is all the magic in actually cooking it really quickly when you're super, super hungry and you don't have time and you can't wait. It's just as fast as opening a can of delata, except you made it, it's homemade, it's all natural goodness. It's just so much better for you. The way you could tell when your meatballs are cooked is when they're actually firm to the touch. Alright? I'm gonna just pop them. Right now, we're going to be making our Spanish tomato sauce. We've got 2 onions. You can use white, red, or mix of both. Garlic, about 3 to 4 cloves of chopped garlic. And crushed tomato in can. Some olive oil. Sino yan, anak ko yan. How was your day? Good? You want your thing? Here. Help me stir. Cooking is one of my favorite activities with the kids, especially this guy. He's really, really good at cooking, right, Seb? Can you smile at them? So we actually don't want the onions to be caramelized. We just want them to be softened. Okay, so now I'm gonna add the crushed tomato in can. Okay. Do you want to be the one to pour the tomato, sweetheart?
Yeah.
Your hand. Did you get sunog?
No.
Okay. Okay. We're going to be putting some Spanish paprika to add more flavor.
Can I put it?
Yes, you can. Okay. So if you can take a look, the orange tomato oil is coming out. The oil has turned orange and is starting to split. That's when you know it's ready. Then you season it with some salt and pepper. Good job. Some black pepper. Now we're gonna put the meatballs into the sauce. Are you ready to put some parsley? Yeah, sprinkle it everywhere, like this, like that, like that, like that. A perfect family meal with some rice, with bread, or even on top of some spaghetti. Just perfect. The meatballs are still soft, and it's so comforting with that tomato sauce that was really cooked super well, the little sweetness and crunch from the onions. I'm actually gonna add a little bit of cayenne pepper because I like some heat. Bye!
Bye.
See you again soon! See you guys! Catch me on the next episode of Feast with Me. Have a great day.